anything wrong with a public office holder traveling in a public flight. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom flies British Airways. So we should, British Airways, it's commercial. So I think that we should be thinking of how to resuscitate a national carrier.
Honorable colleagues, in sympathizing with the situations of our presidential aircrafts, we love our president just like the leader clearly stated, and not only our president, we also love all the people in government. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, since an issue has been raised, I will advise that the president should suspend using the presidential aircraft. If there is need, he can use either commercial or chartered aircraft. And another options, if that will also help Nigerians. If the president can travel by road, then Nigerians will have hope that our roads will be repaired soon.
We love our president, our vice president, the speaker, the Senate president, and other principal officers of governance. And I think when this news broke, some of us were shocked. In this current world of massive terrorist agitations and engagements of gross insecurity, where we have seen cases where security officers at regular airports have been compromised, that the vice president will take a commercial flight somewhere, in spite of the number of aircraft we have in the fleet, is amazing. It shows very clearly that something is wrong somewhere. And as a national responsible house, we have to show concern, because if we do not do so now, this may continue. And having worked in that villa in an earlier life, I know how many planes we have, I know how they operate. So I think that the prescription of Honorable Satume should be carried. Let us find out how this could have happened in Nigeria today. Don't take anything for granted. I remember in our earlier appointment, the former president once told me, if the NSA brings you a budget, you don't interrogate it, because you can never pay enough for security. And that there is nobody in this world except yourself who cannot be compromised or blackmailed into compromise.
Life and the security of our president, and indeed the sovereignty of this country. And perhaps even the vice president had this kind of snag with his aircraft. We don't know what is going on within the administration of the PAF, Presidential Air Fleet Administration. What is really going on? We know how much money this House budgeted in order to take care of this Presidential Air Fleet. What is going on? If our president should be held at ransom at the assistance of our friends outside this country to charter a private aircraft, surrendering his security and the integrity of this country, I think, Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious source of concern.
Resolved that to invite the National Security Advisor, the Commandant of the Presidential Air Fleet, and other relevant officers of the government for a detailed explanation of why the fleet is not operating optimum capacity needed to guarantee the presidential corridor safety. Prepare a recommendation that all ensure lasting, sustainable solution to these incidences which have brought shame and embarrassment to our country. Mandate the relevant Committee of National Security to ensure compliance and report back in 2 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker, sir.